Hello and welcome everyone to episode 192 of One Piece at a Time, the One Piece read-through podcast where we read and discuss 5 chapters of the One Piece manga each and every week. I'm your host, Derrick, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-host and freelance letterer, Brandon Bovia. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm, of course, Brandon Bovia, freelance letterer extraordinaire, here to... we got a great set this week.
Oh, God.
This one's real good.
And it's incredible, too, because Luffy barely shows up.
Yeah, right? Like, there's that whole, he's in his kind of, major end-of-arc fight, and it's kind of barely a presence here. We've got kind of so many more pressing matters to take care of. And it's just, it's cool kind of, seeing the rest of the crew kind of coalesce, right? All right, we're in the multiplayer raid boss against Big Mom.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff going on right now that I did not see coming. I like how everybody just gets so many little moments themselves, and still comes it rides that balance of desperate but awesome at the same time, so well.
Yeah. Everybody is just barely squeaking by, it feels like. And I think that's what I love so much about this escape sequence, is that it does the way Oda escalates it further and further and further and further, and really just the way Big Mom escalates and the way that they're able to kind of respond to it. And it's just okay, we barely got through that. Oh God, here's this next thing. Oh, we barely got through that. Here's this next thing. It really is just they're not going to make it easy on them. Mm-hmm. So we got to pull out all the stops.
I watched The Martian not too long ago. It's been a while since I watched it again, but I just think of that. It brings to mind that speech at the end. It's you solve this problem, and then the next, and then the next, and the next. And if you keep doing that,
yep,
you'll eventually live. You find you might survive or something like that. It's just that's kind of the sequence. Just got to keep living and keep going. So let's just dive into it. Speaking of living, with chapter 886, Way of Life. And start out with a color spread, this time for falling down a waterfall with armadillos. Okay.
Yeah, I was not expecting armadillos, but this is fun.
Yeah, it's about what you'd expect. I mean, it's nothing crazy or anything like that. It's just another situation that they find themselves in. It's just Straw Hats.
Yeah. Yep.
So let's get into the chapter itself, where the ingredients are ready. We're all set to go. It's time to clear the way and get this loaded up onto the ship so we can meet up with everybody. Everybody's going nuts. It's oh man, there's no way Mama won't love that cake once it's done. Oh, I'm in heaven. It's so good.
Yeah,
that's not.
And then I love, they're getting ready to take it on, take the cake on the ship, and the whole cake chefs are talking to Sanji. Why are you disguised, sir? I'm shy.
I love he has his glasses back on from what was it, Alabasta.
Oh yeah, it's Mr. Prince.
Yes, Mr. Prince. So they're all heading out, and I love that it's being pulled randomly by a seal on a ball.
Yeah, why not?
It's so odd. But we also see Pound getting a glimpse of Chiffon and just desperate to get to her. But Oven's also paying attention to what's going on, and that's when it's when he actually stops him. He's hey, stop. He's get out of the way. We got to stop Mama. We got to stop her before she wreaks any more havoc. So we got to do this. And it's do you really want her thrashing around here in Chocolate Town? If you contact Brother Peros, he can guide her to meet us at sea. He's good point. All right. Pudding, you're good. Chiffon? No. He just slams her to the ground.
Yeah, which unfortunately makes sense, right? But it's just I don't know, man. Read the room.
Right. It's she is nothing but kind, that. Oh, good. Thank you, Brother Oven. And he just manhandles her.
Yeah. And, of course they're just kind of how could you do it to your own sister? And then it's just there's a crime of rebellion, like sure, whatever, but like like this is the least important thing right now.
Right. And
Yeah.
he's just being stuck on this, and Sanji's like, okay, what do? I can fight him, but then Pudding will be labeled a traitor too, and it doesn't really help anything, and the cake's still a problem. So what do we do about this? And Chiffon's standing up and standing up to Oven, basically. It's like, no, I'm seeing this cake to completion. And it's like, they saved Lolo's life, and honor demands I repay me that favor. Like, she is just all about it, like trying to stand up for that. And
No, I love just how much she stands on her principles here.
really, it's such a good character trait that her and Lola have.
No, it seriously is.
Mm-hmm. And Oven's just like, nah, you tried to kill our queen. You're a traitor. I don't enjoy this, but yeah, you got to die. I got to uphold the rules. It's like, oh my god. And Sanji's just like, oh god, I don't even know if I should even worry about the secondary consequences and just save her. And that's when Pound comes out of nowhere, just says, unhand her. And he's like, I'll save you. And this is pointed for me. Who's that? She has no idea who Pound is.
Oh, yeah.
Which,
like that sort of brings an extra layer of tragedy into all this, and also remarkable that Pound saw her fly by and was like, "Is that my daughter?" We hadn't seen in like 20 or 30 years.
Yeah, desperate to see him.
She was a baby. Yeah,
and it's just, man, well, we'll get into that, but Sanji sees him attacking. It's like, perfect opportunity. And Oven goes to respond. Pound's likely going to get the crap beat out of him with that heat fist. But Sanji's quick enough to dash over, kick Oven in the neck, and then get back to where he was so that nobody notices. He's that fast. He also grabs hold of Chiffon so they can get that the heck out of the way. And even Chiffon's like, what?
Which is a great sequence in and of itself. And then you just see Pudding, just heart eyes, nosebleed, just, oh my god, that was so hot.
I love that. She's just... To take a bit from Archer, sploosh.
Yes. Of course, so for a Pound, just like with his fist, I was like, that's stronger than I thought.
What the heck is all about? And Oven's just like, nah, I know that wasn't you, and just kicks the crap out of Pound. It's like, all right, who was that? Where is he at? And he's just like, gotta stay hidden. And Chiffon's like, I don't know who that enormous man was, but just try to stay out of this. And that's when Oven immediately finds her again under the cloak, and it's just like, oh god. It's like, no, we need Sister Chiffon. We cannot finish the cake without her. And Pound is trying to get back to her, despite being all puffed up.
Yeah, just beaten up.
And that's when Oven gets a call.
Yes.
So turns out Beze's ship is on the way to Cacao Island. We've got the fleet on his tail. We'll trap him at the port. And Chiffon's immediately like, oh no. It's like, you stupid husband.
But of course, I don't know. This to me, like, Oven stocks are way down right now.
Oh yeah, and
I thought I never thought that much about this character, but now sort of seeing him through this, I'm like, oh god, he's an idiot.
Yeah, the fact that he is this concerned about this, Bege makes sense. Bege makes complete sense, but Chiffon,
yeah.
Chiffon is not a threat.
Just like you are stopping the person who is trying to stop Big Mom from destroying this whole place. Just shut up and get out of the way.
But it kind of works out for him that he can use Chiffon as a bargaining chip against Bege.
Right.
I've got your accomplice Chiffon, and I'm very particular about the letter of the law. I will not hesitate to punish her. So head to port, disembark, surrender. Any strange movements, and she's done for. Pez immediately starts crying, and Bege's like, there, my baby boy, we're gonna save Mama white now.
It's just again the the way that he could just flip on a dime, this is an incredibly tense situation, and he's just never misses a chance to go back into dad mode.
Chiffon comes in and says, Bege, take everyone, get away from here. Is my choice. They're just going to execute us all anyway. Get away and save yourselves. Once Mama decided she hated me, you were my only true family. So one day, come back, get vengeance. And I love how the crew cares about it's not just like, it's the boss's wife. It's like, no, they care about Chiffon too.
Yeah. They absolutely care, and it's they're all panicking, and of course she the oven's keep your mouth shut, and you hear crack on the other side of the phone, and you're just like, oh no.
And it's just like, I'm nearly at the harbor. I'll get off the ship like you want. Just don't hurt Chiffon anymore. So here comes Bege's ship. They're getting ready to cut him off and capture him, and that as Oven's holding on to Chiffon, bam, just cannon blast
right in the face, which is so, oh my god, so satisfying.
It really is.
Just
fortunately shot in such a way that he flies off the thing that's holding the cake and not into the cake itself.
Yeah, which is a good shot.
Yeah,
and didn't hit Chiffon either.
Yeah, and I love the relationship between Bege and Chiffon. Just like, oh, you fool.
It's weirdly great,
right?
Like this feels like something, like it could just, I don't know, swooping in. It's like something out of an action movie. Sweeping in to save your loved one in a big bombastic fashion.
And just have Bege with the gun is like, watch closely, Pez, and remember, this is your daddy's way of life. And like Pez is cheering.
Like, holding his baby, he's got the cigar in his mouth, he's got the gun, like he's looking awesome.
Yeah. Again, this is not the character I expected when we first met him on Zabodi.
Yes.
This is amazing. So they're just like, hey, fire tanks, we have you completely surrounded, just give up. And it's like, oh geez, we just made Evan more furious, and what are they going to do about this? And that's when we skip over back to the Sunnies, like, I see ships in the distance, and they've come at last. It's like, all right, prepare the cannons. We can't always be on the defensive. And that's when Carrot talks to Chopper. It's like, hey, do you think there'll be a full moon tonight?
Oh.
And I do remember, like, I remembered at the time, it's like, there's some mention going on there. It's like, what is up with that? Like, why is that so important to them? Which we will find out.
Yes.
But I love how Luffy and Brule are just going all over. This is Chips Town. We just spotted him. Chockfull Town. Just saw Straw Hat. He seems to be racing all over the mirror world. It's like, did he catch Sister Brule again?
Yeah, I love it. It seems like he's just trying to find a place to take a break.
Get those 10 minutes out.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you think you're doing? If you need to escape, why not just go to Cacao Island? It's like, well, why would you know about that? It was like, because I overheard you. Well, the problem is hockey runs out as you use it. If the fight goes long enough, his observation hockey is going to get weaker. Guaranteed. So I like that other element. It's like you want a drawn out battle if you want to wear out somebody's hockey. And it's like that. I love this moment. It's like, but that's not good enough. And we actually get a flashback to his training with Rayleigh. It's like, hey, I've given you the training, but the real advancement in hockey happens during extreme use in battle. The stronger the foes you face with this power, the stronger you'll become with it. And that's when Luffy's like, I wonder if I could also see a bit of the future. I want to surpass him. I want to beat the Billion-Berry Man at his best. And it's like, the fact that it's structured is like, no, if I beat somebody really strong, it makes me that much stronger. Like, this is essentially training.
Yeah, no, it is essentially training. And I feel like it's oh man, I wish we got more of this, because it is like, I feel like that first kind of section of the fight where that it really is like, okay, Luffy's trying to figure out Katakuri, and he's trying to like, okay, Gear 4 is like his, kind of his trump card, his ace in the hole. But like we saw how that went, and then it's just like, all right, so how do you fight somebody who can see the future? And so, if Luffy's like, if it's just observation hockey, like I could technically do that too.
Theoretically, and
in theory.
I mean, we're taking a page out of JoJo right now. How do you beat somebody that can stop time? Also stop time. How do you beat somebody that can see the future? Also see the future.
Exactly. Yeah. And I love that. Of course, Luffy. Of course, not that Luffy would ever back down from the challenge, but the idea that he kind of sees Katakuri as this opportunity to prove himself.
Yeah,
so that is also a kind of a big motivating factor.
He's a stepping stone. Luffy has definitely realized just how strong an emperor can be, and Katakuri is the next step to that. So taking him out is extremely important in terms of actually being able to handle emperors. So So oh gosh, and then we get to this chapter. This chapter caught me so off guard. 887. Someone somewhere is wishing for your happiness, and I gotta say this is probably the weakest part of this of the title page. The chapter stories.
Oh yeah. They just dip.
Yeah, it's like men, friends, or kill each other. Up to you. We're gonna leave. It's like what the hell?
Okay.
Nothing was accomplished there.
Yeah, I don't know what that one was about.
I don't know. It just seems kind of dumb. But Bege's coming in. He's surrounded by sea. He's surrounded in Cacao Town. There is no escape. He just has to surrender, and Oven's ready to be executioner. And that's when Pudding's like, "What should we do, sister? We can't set sail." And Bege's like, Sanji's silent, just sort of watching, like, what do we do? What do we do? And Bege's like, all right, so Chiffon was trying to move the cake by ship and ended up getting caught by Oven, huh? All right, let's do this. And it's like, stop your ship, Bege. You're about to crash into the land. It's like, what are you thinking? And that's when the ship gets up on the land, keeps pushing up, and is like, all right, you might want to move, brothers. My Nostra Castello is an amphibious crest. And it shows that he has tank treads.
Yeah.
And he just starts barreling through all of them in a literal freaking tank that is his ship.
No, seriously. Bege is so good.
Oh, God. I love how he is awesome in his own right. Definitely not stronger than Luffy, but awesome in his own right. And
he really,
all these little
love
tricks.
Now that he just gets to be cool. Yeah. And that's really, I think, what makes him such a good, like, kind of mob boss character, that he really does feel like he has, like, an infinite bag of tricks to get out of any situation. And I love that, Oven's like, I never heard about that ship having that gimmick. And he's like, yeah, because I never told you.
Why would I tell you if I'm going to backstab you, idiot? And they just start rolling through. It's like, Chiffon, get the cake on the ship. It's like, well, how the heck do we do that? We can't put this huge cake on such a turbulent, speedy craft. And here comes Sanji lifting up the cake, the seal,
with
everything.
One leg.
Clear the deck, which of course, nosebleed from Chiffon, which is not Chiffon, nosebleed from Pudding, which is so much funnier than Sanji having nosebleeds.
It is actually. It's so, she's just. I feel like it's been a little bit since we've seen evil Pudding, and now she is just in full, like, lovey-dovey, like, can't hold it together. But but like that shot of Sanji, like, I love the scale of him holding up, like, the whole kind of truck with one leg. You just see how big it is.
It's
compared
awesome.
to everything else. Like of just putting it on a moving ship. Like, this. It's such a cool sequence.
It really is.
We're docking the cake.
And it's on board. Seal is free. Smells nice. Let's get out of here. And we got the reuniting between Bege and Pez and Chiffon, and it's a cute family moment. The other thing I didn't notice until just now, and I feel bad about this, she has the same hat as Bege, or a similar hat to Bege. Like, they all have hats in that same style, which I think is pretty cute.
Yeah, you're right.
I never took notice of that detail, but with them all together, it's like, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. Weird, like, low-key, maybe the best husband and wife duo in One Piece.
I can't think of any others, to be honest. Like, this is just good.
Yeah. Like weird, like, and of course, in an arc all kind of about relationships, it's you never would have thought that, like, these two would be kind of the most well put together.
Right. And Bege's the ship, tank, whatever, is still moving forward. I was like, all right, come at me. I'll take everything she got. Squish.
Gets run over. Which is just the perfect way to end the I love it.
It's so good. So it's we got to get to the southeastern sea. So we're gonna crush some chocolate house on the way. And Poignant's like, all right, it's a sacrifice, necessary sacrifice. We're gonna escape. So let's keep going. And that's when Chiffon notices Pound over there. It's like, oh, he's still there. Who is that gross freak?
Oh.
So weird. And
but it's cute because like Pez sees him and he just starts like laughing, and sees his granddad.
Yeah, because he was crying before. He's like, oh, it's like, oh, it's too noisy, Pez. I'm sorry you have to cry. You're crying like this. But he sees Pound and he's just like happy and smiling, and it's like, huh, what's gotten into you, Pez? How odd. It's so freaking cute.
It's so adorable, man.
And it's just like, oh, they're trying to get back into the sea. Don't stop them. You got to stop the fire tank pirates. And nope, they fail. They get back into the water, and none of them can catch the paddle ship. So Bege has saved him, and he's like, wait, do you think I did this for you, Blackleg?
Well, yeah. They're like, well, why is the water getting all hot all of a sudden? But yeah, Oven is a man who will not go down easily.
No, he starts frying some fish. They start bubbling to the sea, and Sean's just like, oh, I bet the salt water will really bring out their flavor. That's convenient. And yep, there's Oven using his tropical torment, using his heat powers, heating up the ocean itself to try to stop them. And even worse, this idiot is going to change the temperature of the chocolate, going to melt the cream.
Yep.
He is single-handedly ruining the plan to stop Big Mom.
Big Mom. Yes, exactly. And that I don't understand why he doesn't understand this.
I guess he says he's a stickler for the rules. That's his whole thing. So
everybody's going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like, has he forgotten how paramount this cake is to our survival?
And
it's just
and then Pez is still laughing and seeing, like calling out to his grandfather. Is like, what is with you? And here comes Pound with some sort of plywood and just cracks it over the back of Oven's head, which doesn't do a lot, but it's enough to ruin his concentration and make him stop using his powers. And,
he seems that he's like, you didn't fall into the water, so I guess he was trying to, it's like you were trying to kill your own stepson.
I mean, kinda.
Yeah, you kind of had it coming.
And Chiffon's, is like, let's hurry and escape. Yes, ma'am. And he sees Pez laughing again. It's like, oh, there you are, my grandson. Are you happy? I don't even know your name, but make sure your mommy and daddy love you very much. I was never able to like do that for my own children. And we see a flashback to him with Lin Lin, and you see her younger form where she is more svelte and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's like, and just the brutality of this. The kids are born. I'm done with you now. But wait, I just want to hold them once. It's like, they're my children too. And nope, he was never allowed to hold them. That's 26 years ago.
Brutal. Like, I feel like we don't see a lot about like kind of how I feel like Oda intentionally doesn't show you how Big Mom really kind of treats her husbands, and I feel like just kind of that one little panel of like, yeah, I'm done with you now. Like it just it I feel like it really just kind of goes to show like the facade that this whole thing is, right? That this whole running a big happy family where everybody's equal was never real, right?
No, and the only potential husband that stuck around, who knows if they're even a husband, is what's the chef? Strusen. So
yeah,
don't know about that one, but yeah, he Pound tightens his tie. And just says, Chiffon, I'm glad I saw you. Sure, you might be on the run for some reason, but at least you seem happy. I've always worried about you. Have times been hard now and then? Have you been lonely now and then? I'm sorry that I couldn't be there for you when you needed me, Chiffon. Let me just say one thing at the end. Congrats on your wedding. And even now, this sequence got me harder than Pedro. Because Pedro didn't register it quite at first. But to have him knowing what's coming, you can see Oven
the blade coming down,
winding up in the background. You're like, is Oda really going to do this? And you just see the focus on this. And it's like, Pez starts crying at this, seeing what's about to happen. And God, this panel got me so much, just because you have the congrats on your wedding, and then everybody else is like, we made it through, let's get out of here. But in the background is just slice, and you can see the bits popping up in the sky, and the bleeding blade, and that's the end of Pound. And it's just like, oh God,
for what was such a silly character, right?
A ridiculous character that disappeared for how long, seemed to not matter
most
in the
of the arc, it
slightest.
feels, and that it was just sort of like it's a funny little side thing, and then Oda's like, no,
a way to sort of alert you to Chiffon's existence, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. And then to really kind of emphasize just kind of like the distance that gets put between them, even though that they're, the father and daughter are like right next to each other, but there's this distance. And I think back to with the idea of touch, I think of Kiros, and how his whole story was like feeling that he was, that his hands were sullied, and kind of having to come back around to the idea of that he was ever worthy of like being able to touch his daughter. And now we have kind of the opposite of that with somebody who like
desperately wants
given
to touch
the opportunity,
his daughters, and is never allowed.
And so like again, I feel like this really is sort of we are seeing all of the ways in which sort of Big Mom's quote unquote family is just it's just kind of falling apart at the seams, right? Like and all of the ways that it was never a true family to begin with. Yeah,
and just the characterization is so strong, just like being such a limited amount of time. With Pound just so desperate to help his daughter, Chiffon not knowing anything about him because of the way Mom raised her, and how Mom was all about
she doesn't know
taking them away, but as soon as they displeased her, you're like, I don't want to see your face, type thing. And Pound is desperate to see them. No matter what, doesn't know what's going on with her, just knows that this is my daughter, there's my grandson, and to have Pez recognize him the entire time through, it hits hard. And I feel like Oda, I think it's Oda has kids, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think he does.
I think he's tapped into those elements of fatherhood now.
I think so. Yeah, I think if it wasn't clear in Dressrosa, it's clear now.
I mean, trust me, things hit different when you become a dad. I was not a person who teared up a lot. It took a lot. To really make me tear up. And after that kid was born, it happened so much more easily now. I was like, what the heck happened? Like it just changes you in such a strange way. And to see you can see those elements in there. And again, it's just a masterful use of what we saw even with Senior Pink. Just using a few pages to get across this character's story and make you care so much more. And it shows, again, the evolution. And granted, it was really early in, but we had basically the same thing for Zoro's backstory, and you felt really nothing other than like, that's sad.
That's a really good observation, actually, because I do feel like I feel like Oda's gotten more, I guess, I don't know if efficient is the right term, but like I think he just is able to use the time very effectively, and understands kind of just like what you need just for the right amount of time, just to kind of make this hit right. And so I think that is, I think probably I want to say like even kind of as far back as like Marineford might be when if I had to put a pin on like when that shift happened, in terms of like telling all of these kinds of like micro stories in a really kind of limited amount of time, but still making them like hit emotionally like effectively. I think it was maybe around then.
Yeah. The other last thing I'll say is that before we move on for the rest of the chapter, because it's nearly over, is that we when we talk about our Patreon content, it's mostly about bonus episodes, but there's also a lower tier where we have Q&As that people can send in questions and about various topics. And one of the questions that we answered this week, last week I should say, was about favorite characters. And we both tried to have variety. Like it'd be really, top 10 favorite characters, like as you do a character poll. And, it'd be really easy to put just all the Straw Hats in there because they're all great. But I tried to go beyond that. And when I was really thinking
or even
about
all of like the kind of traditionally cool characters,
Yeah. And I tried to go beyond that. And I'm not going to say all the others because I want you to know why. I want you to listen.
Yeah.
But probably one of the surprising ones for people is I put Lola and Chiffon on here. And that was before I read these chapters. So I put that on there. I read these chapters. I'm like, well, this just cements it.
Right, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
They are characters that you would not think anything of. There's nothing special about them in any real way, but their personalities come through so strongly that I just fell in love with them.
Yeah, no, and I think that, and I talked about this too on that that Q&A, where it's just like that they were not characters I really thought really anything too significantly of until this podcast, where I was like, wait, they're kind of great actually. And there's something I think in a story like One Piece, where like everything is so kind of larger than life and kind of over the top, that you have kind of these characters who are they're very down to earth, and kind of they're even if their struggles can be presented, and the way that we first meet Lola is of course very very fantastical and very goofy, until you just kind of learn more about her story, and that it just like there's something very real about characters like that I really appreciate.
Oda's very good about grounding it so that you have these characters that are not as crazy powerful or
that's the thing, right? Like they're not,
they're real people, but they're still rising up and fighting for what they believe in, which is what inspires Luffy to be I will be strong for you. You have these convictions, but you don't have the strength to get it through. I will be that strength to get you through.
Yeah.
And that's it's such an effective writing tool that Oda has used time and time again, but it never gets old because it's uplifting. You love to see it.
It is uplifting. And I think that's what makes people love One Piece so much.
And to tie it into current events, the Straw Hat Jolly Roger is becoming a bit of a rallying point because people recognize that.
Yeah. So, and that I think that it's not just that. I think that there's real meaning behind it, right? It's not just like it is as being used as a symbol because it represents sort of real themes and values that are like ever present throughout the material, right? Like it's not just a like lip service, I guess is what I was trying to say.
Exactly. It's not just we like this thing and we decide to for no reason whatsoever use this as our rallying cry. It's like no, there is meat behind this decision.
Exactly.
But completely unexpected way of going through there. 2 deaths in this arc, which is I certainly did not expect. I did not expect for me to care really about Pound by the end of this.
Characters, and I really do feel like that this maybe is kind of the point where it's like, people can die, like we're, it sucks that I feel this way. I don't think Oda is ever going to be like, surprise, Pedro's alive, but like there's a part of me in my like heart of hearts was like, please don't do it, please don't just let that stick.
I don't think he will. I think it's just the impact I
think otherwise why would you make a character who was already 70 years old or whatever? If you planned to kill him and that he already was on kind of borrowed time anyway, like that works. That let that stick. I don't. There's. I guess it's just one of those things where I have a little bit of trust issues.
Fair enough. Fair. I mean, look at Pell.
Yeah, exactly.
But we end the chapter with Big Mom catching up to the Straw Hats, and Sanji's group deciding, all right, it's time to start decorating. And I love that that Rosie the Riveter pose from Pudding.
Yeah.
So we can do this.
Yeah.
But we do have an SBS. We got somebody asking about we saw the shocking truth about Katakuri's face. Is it a personal policy of yours to never draw a perfect character? I know I certainly felt closer to him after this. It's easy to see how a person gets stressed when others hold a particular image of you. It's like, well, that's very kind to say. It's like, isn't Katakuri hilarious? Hi, hilarious. I don't know if I would say it's an official policy. It's just that perfect people are boring. People love other people's flaws. It's like, wow, that was really deep and cool. And then otherwise we see that Doflamingo's in level 6 of Impel Down.
Well, all the way at the bottom.
Yep. No shock there. If Crocodile ended up down there, Doflamingo definitely is.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. Yeah, if Crocodile was there for attempting to overthrow a country, Doflamingo, who did overthrow a country.
Yeah. And then you have, the Suru bring him a newspaper. Nope, but he's, uses his tactics to get newspapers so he can find out what's going on. And then a question about how does Luffy determine what makes a lady beautiful? Why does he say that to Alvida way back in, in Logtown? But doesn't make that distinction for other beauties like Nami, Robin, and Hancock. It's like, yes, it's true that he called Alvida a beautiful lady, but while most people would say something like that as an obvious compliment, it's just a categorical description for Luffy. Even Luffy can recognize attractive features on a person. It's just that he doesn't particularly care. And
my ace king.
Yes. And the fact that he has other quantifiers for those characters before their beauty. He doesn't know anything about Alvida, so it's just, it's just a pretty lady.
Yeah.
So, let's go ahead, and that was a meaty one for discussion.
Oh boy, I did not think that one. Wow.
Chapter 888, Lion, and I was wrong. We're not quite done with these group, but hey, we got the Ideo pirate crew. I guess we're pirates now. So there's
Abdullah and Jeet and Blue Jilly.
Yep, and they took all the treasure from those two groups fighting. So that's just a formation of pirates. So sure, why not?
All right.
But we begin with Luffy finally meeting back up with Katakuri. And Katakuri's like, all right, you could have kept running. You were up against me. No one would have mocked you for fleeing. So why return? Did you prefer death to the shame of being called a coward? Or did you recognize my superiority and come back to plead your case to work under me? And Luffy's just kind of out of breath and is like, nope, I came back to beat you. That's not an option.
Well, I find that funny too, because I almost wonder, because if Katakuri could see the future, was that like that's not what I was expecting you to say?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, he immediately dodges, so I assume he kind of knew.
Yeah.
But that's, I think, pretty much all we see of Luffy.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Which is wild. So many other things happening.
Oh, I love it all because they just start launching all these living cannonballs at the Straw Hat crew, ready to sink them, and they're just like, I'm going to be the one to finish do the finishing blow. It's like, wait, who are we hitting again? It's like, we're going after the Straw Hats, but I don't see any Straw Hats. And hey, where's the Straw Hat crew? And Nami's just like, that way. They're over there. Come on, boys. Thanks for the directions. Wait, I'm out of altitude. They just miss.
Which is just great. Maybe cannonballs shouldn't have souls.
Yeah, maybe not everything needs to have life in them. Yeah.
That's a great gag. I'm sorry. That's so stupid.
It's so Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
And as they mentioned, but they do mention something. It's like the problem is when Mama's not in her right mind, we just can't keep them under control. So they are just going wild right now.
That's fair.
And time to meet another son of Big Mom, Bavaroy or Bavara, whatever. He's a punchy boy.
Yeah.
Okay. But Mama's at the front with Perispero sailing at top speed. They can't quite catch up, but it's because Jinbei knows all there is to know about the waves, so that he's able to just get them moving fast. We gotta keep going, but it'll be over soon because they just got a transmission, and
Well,
that's when Carrot points out, I was like, guys, there's a lot of ships ahead. And so
we
get that
are
scale.
We're surrounded. When was the last time that like we had like a proper like sea battle in One Piece?
It's been a long time.
I feel like proper kind of naval combat.
It's something that does not happen often.
It doesn't really happen. Yeah. Let alone in the situation where like the Straw Hats are truly just like surrounded on all sides.
They're one ship surrounded by entire fleet split into two. They are just cut up in between them. So what do we do? And we got Daifuku there from the front. And to the stern is Smoothie's backup fleet joining the formation. So they're just all there ready to cause havoc. And it was like, Peros, why is it taking you so long to eliminate one little rat? Should I just stink him? It's like, oh, as you wish. You just had to make a scene for your big entrance. And in either case, Mom will be heading for Pudding and for Cacao Island. And like, you look at Big Mom there, it's like, she's looking thin, but she's been eating, hasn't she? How's she getting thinner? And I was like, am I just misinterpreting that? But then Perispero himself says, wait, is it just me or have you lost weight? Like,
don't worry about it.
What's going on there? But they aim. It's time to fire. It's like, all right, well, we're trapped between even more. If we can't do much of anything. So we'll just have to get in close and do what we can. And Chopper says,
Chopper's ready with the rumble ball.
Yeah, just get me close enough I can jump over there and I'll raise some hell. The close range just isn't going to be pretty. So let's just go for it. It's like, load up the cannonballs without faces. And that's when Carrot calls out. It's like, hey, guys, let me try this. I bet I can help. Tonight's a full moon. And Jinbei immediately recognizes this. Is wait, you're going to turn Sulong? Do you have the training for it? It's like, no, Pedro helped me with that. And what would Pedro say in this situation? I'll handle this. I am a musketeer, remember? I'll fight to make up for you. And these thinks of Pedro, looks up at the moon, and all of a sudden, just eyes go wide, tail poofs out. Just basically has a werewolf transformation sequence at the top there. It is friggin' awesome.
It's a little horrifying. You get that part of just Carrot just like roaring with like her hair just like flowing everywhere out of the panel. There's electricity flying everywhere, and even for Chopper and Brooke are like,
it's cool.
It's so cool. And
then you get the page flip.
Yeah. The reveal, I think, just posing in front of the moon.
Yeah, the electricity, the long hair, the puffy tail, the longer ears, the red eyes. Yeah, this had an awakening for a lot of people. There is no doubt about that. It's like,
I feel like you might be able to understand why people like Carrot.
Yeah, we went from cute to downright, badass.
Yeah.
And that is just, well,
yep.
I know you've not really read it, but it gives me flashbacks to Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho. Because he has he's more of a fox, but it's sort of like he's naturally cool, but then he gets a transformation that makes him even cooler.
I can't help but just think of Dragon Ball a little bit. It's got a little bit of that Ozaru energy to it.
That is also true. And that's when they remember. It's like, once the battle began, we ended up in this sorry state against Jack's forces, but it won't go like that next time. We have an ace up our own sleeve. The next time we fight, they shall see the true power of the Minx. And it's like, well,
it's funny that like we had heard hints that they had something up their sleeves, way back in Zoe. It's very funny that Carrot is the first one who gets to do it.
Really makes me curious about these Sulong versions of everybody else.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if we'll see it, but I hope we do. But it also means
full moon.
It also means that we have to wait a full month for her to be able to do this again. So
that's also true.
I know Wano's long, but I don't know how long it is in Canon.
Right. This is gonna be at least one full moon.
But it's they translate it as Moon Lion. So she leaps off, glides across the friggin' water, and just immediately leaps for it. It's like, all right, they're made of sterner stuff, fire at her. And she just immediately dodges the bullet, starts ripping through all these guys, taking out their weapons, bites into a guy, electrifies him, does all these crazy maneuvers, just wipes the floor with them.
It's kind of incredible. And I love, it's kind of like, hey, Daifuku is just kind of like, you think you could fight every last sailor in this fleet? Like, your ship's going to sink in the meantime, so cease your pointless resistance. And she took the wheel from the ship, just like, all right, so I guess she's just not going anywhere now.
And I love how they show that she does have control, because she just smiles. She's like, hee hee. It's just like, oh, that's badass.
It's great. I'm glad she finally got her moment to shine.
Oh, it's so good. But we get to another SBS as we finish that one off. Is like, asking about carrier bats. Do they work like the postal system? So they deliver packages. Basically asking how mail works. And carrier bats are the system primarily utilized by the world government. Citizens can negotiate with the news crew to have mail delivered, and there are a private sector service called the Songbird Post, but they can't fly very far. On the other hand, Albatross Post can go long distances, but doesn't deliver many types of mail, so the non-government services aren't all that advanced. It's more typical for pirates to send their own ships to deliver things, and it's not like they have addresses. So you can imagine that a parting between people in this world is much more powerful than what we see today. I like that.
It's just some
communication aspect.
Crazy good world building.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
And then somebody did a count. Oda has answered 1,199 questions from volume 4 to 86. And this is volume 87 they're in now. So obviously he's gone above 1,200 questions, which is crazy.
And incredible.
Yep. So pretty cool stats. Otis fans love stats.
Yeah, they really do, actually.
But let's get to the next chapter, 889, Unfamiliar Mama. And you remember how we were talking about, like, oh, right, we haven't talked about Haruden yet. Because we were like, how many more of these members of the Straw Hat fleet is left? We also completely forgot about Leo.
Yeah, this put a smile on my face. This is good to see him.
Yeah, it's very cute. It looks like Charlotte's like sewing little pirate outfits for him.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Did I say Charlotte? Did I say Rebecca?
I didn't hear you.
I think I said Charlotte. I meant Rebecca.
You wouldn't have gotten away with it. I didn't quite hear it. So
yeah, so there they all are. But Daifuku's trying to send out his genie to take care of
which I didn't realize was like an actual like literal genie.
Yeah, I thought that was like a devil fruit thing, but no, somehow he just has a genie. I think Big Mom maybe put a soul in there or something.
Well, no, I think it is the devil fruit, but I didn't think it was like I thought it was like, I don't know, like a manifestation of, like something that looked like a genie, but was sort of, I don't know, like a manifestation of his spirit or whatever. No, it's just like a literal genie.
Yeah. Less of a stand, more of an actual genie.
Yeah. I was thinking more towards a stand.
But the genie tries to slice and dice and completely whiffs and cuts down 3 masts. It's like, oh, crap. Stop.
Yeah.
You're doing it. And she's just going around.
It's hard to fight somebody that nimble.
Stealing all the wheels and causing havoc among the fleet above, single-handedly dismantling all of them.
It's, again, I feel like we were talking at the start of the show about just like everybody kind of coming together, right? Like it really does feel like we are getting through these impossible odds, just kind of like bit by bit.
Mm-hmm. And I love how Chopper has like a bit of pride there. It's like, who knew Carrot could do that? That's my honorary little sister.
Yeah, I was kind of happy for him.
I was like, depending on the cycle of the moon and the weather conditions, they could be powerful allies. When the minks stare into the full moon on the clear night, they call forth the wild memories that lurk deep within their subconscious. People refer to their pale, ferocious form as Sulong, the moon lion. The fundamental transformation causes them to lose their self-control, such that they cause harm to everything around them, including others and themselves. If a mink cannot control their transformation, they can literally fight themselves to death in a single night. So
holy crap.
I like that again. It's not just an I win button. Oda never just has an I win button.
It's never just an I win button. And I love that. Like, Carrot kind of reminding us that, she is kind of the goofy, cutesy mascot girl character. But like, no, she is a musketeer in her own right. And, she received training from Pedro, right? And she is kind of the manifestation of taking on Pedro's will. I really do like that it is sort of giving her kind of confidence in her own right.
Exactly. And I love that obviously Chopper has a connection with the minks, but you really feel that connection with Brook as well. Like Brook seems to have a real respect and love for the minks, because he's like, well, I should join the fray before we descend into all out combat, because I got to go help out. And he does his running across the water because he's so light to go help.
When was the last time that happened?
I think it might have been Thriller Bark.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, what a callback.
So good. And I again, just heading in there, but Big Mom's not looking so good. She's
right. Like, she's actually getting kind of winded, which is like kind of incredible to see.
Yeah, and
they've been able to outrun her for that long.
And she's calling for Prometheus and Zeus, and something's wrong with Mama. It's like, oh, I'm aware. She's getting skinnier and her breathing is labored. I'm trying to summon Zeus and Prometheus to us now. That's what she wants. That's her hat. Napoleon talking.
Yeah.
It's been nearly 8 hours since the start of her hunger pangs. We've never gone so long without being able to stifle her fits, and I've never seen Mama hungry like this. Whatever happens next, she's an unfamiliar monster to us too. So, are we able to hold out until Cacao Island? So,
which I feel like it has to say something that, like, maybe sort of not unlike Luffy, right? Like that maintaining Big Mom's body just takes like an incredible amount of food.
It could be.
Yeah, and so when she just burns through energy and just gets skinnier.
There's also just another element to this, because they find out that Pudding is bringing the cake this way by ship, so that's awesome. The problem, it's on Bege's ship, so it's like, wait.
Yep.
So we can't trust the cake right now, which I didn't even think of that. It's like, oh right.
Yeah. Oh, it might be a trap.
Because we immediately go to Bege and reveal that it's 9:00, so 4 hours until they meet up again. That's how long Luffy has been running / fighting Katakuri. Insane.
Yes.
And Bege and Sanji having a fight is like, there is absolutely no way I'm going to allow you to do that. It's like, no. All I'm saying is Big Mom has to put this kick in her mouth, right? How dumb do you have to be to pass up a chance to pack that thing with poison and explosives? We could take out one of the 4 friggin' emperors. This is a golden opportunity. He's like, no, this is my pride as a cook riding on this challenge. So don't muck it up. I'm going to defeat her with flavor. It's like,
hell yeah.
It's like, are you out of your mind? She's been eating delicacies from all over the world her entire life, and you're going to bake a cake that surpasses her imagination? No. It's like, no, I welcome the challenge. I'm going to do this. Here, eat it. And then he has a bite of the cream. And he immediately falls over. He's like, oh God, he's dying for flavor.
Well, yeah, I love that, because he falls over. There's a Godfather, and then they all start pointing guns at Sanji. He's like, what did you just feed to the Godfather?
he's in ecstasy.
So good. Again, just Bege surprisingly ended up being just like a really funny character.
He really did. I had no expectations for this guy.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like cool design, funny power, but not but I was like,
But and the
almost
thing is
like a
that like
throwaway.
you can understand both sides in the situation, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
that, like, yeah, you know, any sort of normal pirate would think like, oh yeah, like if we're gonna assassinate Big Mom anyway, we should take this chance to just kill her. But I love that, like, Sanji again, like, he gets to sit down on his ideals. For a second, he's, you know, when somebody's hungry, I feed them. That's what a cook does, and it's such a good callback to Baratier too, right? Like, you think back to Gin or whatever, where it was the same sort of thing, where it's like, that was a guy who wanted to kill you, that was a guy, like, you fed him and that caused all sorts of problems, but like, you didn't stop for a second, right? Like, you didn't think, oh, I shouldn't feed this person because they're bad. Like, no, they're bad guys, got to eat too.
Geen was grateful for it. Don Krieg was not, and that's just what happens sometimes. And that conviction, boy, is he just scoring points with Pudding.
Left and right. Like, Pudding is just. It feels like she is, again, just like, she has turned from, you know, kind of flipping back and forth to just, she's just
this fool, this idiot, and this she is just head over heels. Makes me so curious what's going to happen with this relationship by the end.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah. And of course, I love that, you know, if Bege's going to listen to anybody, it's going to be his beautiful wife, right? And she's like, you know, trust in the power of our kick. You know, and she's confident about it, and, you know, she's like, it's like you got me under some kind of hypnosis.
So
the
good.
Sheer pleasure of that cake.
I actually have a prediction regarding the relationship between Sanji and Pudding. We've seen how her kids can't marry for their own reasons. It's always of convenience, something that gets something for her. So naturally, there is no way she's going to allow Pudding to marry Sanji anymore. Just not happening. Everything's been ruined at that point. But Pudding still has feelings for Sanji, so she obviously wants to be with him. However, they have to escape. They have to get away. So the key is solve her hunger pangs, but, you know, make sure that she's still safe within within Big Mom's territory. They can't be together until they're actually able to defeat Big Mom, and that's what she has to wait until that happens.
I could see that, yeah, because it does feel like, with how much little time we have left, it does feel like, how do I want to put this? Maybe just that, like, it's just one of those things that, like, you know, if we can't kind of, clearly, like, I think we're not going to take down Big Mom right just yet. I think that's kind of natural. So it is sort of one of those kind of, you know, pluck it in the, you know, just the back of your head. Just keep it in the back of your head. Yeah. One of those things that we just kind of might have to double back to later.
But we actually do get the chance to check up on Prometheus and Zeus, and they're just being silly little guys. It's like, wait, which way do we go? Straight ahead. I can sense Napoleon's signal. If only you hadn't gone back to eat that wildfire. And I love how they're actually fighting. It's Prometheus is like, and who do you think inflicted that damage on me in the first place? Zeus. You let that enemy woman use you like a tool. We're special homies made from the soul of Mama herself. If you ever betray her again, over some treats, you're done for. It's like, I'm sorry.
I kind of love these two.
I do too. Freaking Zeus.
Yeah.
But the entire way forward is now clear thanks to both Carrot and
Brooke's in there too.
Yeah, taking care of them all. Just some fantastic paneling, like just the way she's just going through taking them all out. But it is taking its toll. It's like, I'm losing consciousness. I need to wrap this up soon. So how many ships are left? And man, it's of course. Daifuku's genie is still taking out ships trying to hit her. Like, you think you'd learn by now.
Thanks for the help.
And Brooke calls out, it's like, hey, I've not done as much as you, but I've done what I could. So that should be enough. Let's get out of here. And she's like, oh, you saved me. He's like, no, you saved us. So how do we get you back to normal? It's like, if I just need to hide my eyes from the moonlight, I will turn back. A hat, tinted glasses, even just shutting your eyes. It's the light of the full moon that calls to us. So you know, it's just all very beautiful. So.
Man, I have thoughts and feelings and theories about why sort of the ability of turning Sulong works the way that it does, but I feel like I gotta hold on to that for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't put that together, but you mentioning that is like, that's a really good point. Considering,
which is to say that it hasn't really been delved into. I'm not saying yet. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, all right, the moon, where people exist, and a Neru's hanging out, and potentially the people of Skypiea came from.
Yeah. And
somehow there's a connection to the Minx for their whole reasons, which...
Yeah, and so it really brings into play that, like, the moon seems to actually have a lot of significance in this world.
Which you wouldn't think, but somehow...
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I also... It's one of those things that also never really gets explained, too, why the Minx have electricity powers. And now I'm also thinking, is there a connection of, like, Inaru having electricity powers? Is that just sort of like some kind of like dramatic irony going on there? Like, I don't know. I truly do not know.
Yeah.
But it really makes you think.
Yeah, it does. Oh man, I don't. Oh man, that is fascinating. See where that could go.
Mm-hmm.
But they we get back to the ship. Nami gives Carrot a big hug. She gives her a Garchu. Yes. And she's like, you got us out of this. And it's like, can I stay in a room without the moonlight now?
You're right. Let me go take a nap.
Big Mom is not looking good at all, but she also seems to be getting a little bit more cognizant, where she says, Napoleon, change into your blade. Prometheus, Zeus, are you here? And they're like, oh, we're here. And we get to see this amazing form where she's riding on top of Zeus, has Prometheus in her hair on fire, while Napoleon has moved from the hat into the sword. And it's just...
This is my favorite look for Big Mom. Well, it's my favorite, and also, because she's, of course, all her kids are reacting like, how'd she get so nimble? Like, she looks different. And then, she's, my wedding cake, as she's sort of zooming in towards the Sunny. Chopper's like, oh God, Big Mom's coming. And then she just jumps off of Zeus and just slams down into the Sunny with her hair on fire. It is such a cool panel.
Yeah, it is like, it is the maximum amount of, oh shit.
Yeah.
This is, oh no, this is bad.
Yeah, no, it feels like, again, just the way things escalate. It's just kind of like, all right, Big Mom's kind of like gone into her next form, and it's like, all right, I'm here, let's do this. She said, where's my cake? And Jinbei's like, everybody else, stay back. We got to be prepared to abandon ship if need be.
Which... Oh no, the Sunny.
Yeah, lock in, everybody.
That is not good.
Yeah. Oh man.
God. But let's go ahead and get to our final chapter for the set, and it is a big deal. We have reached the point where the Viz.com Shonen Jump app began. Because now it's the individualized chapters rather than the tankobons or the volumes.
Yeah, the volumes. Yeah, so these are all the weekly versions from here on out, from here until we catch up. Which to say, of course, they still make the volumes, right? Like we are into the I don't remember, like 106, 107 maybe. Like so we're still getting volumes, right? But it's just they don't go back and update them, which I think is really funny.
I like that it still provides value to the
volumes.
Yeah, the volumes.
Yeah. And so I would like to think of it as like since these are the weekly versions, they are kind of I feel like calling them the first draft might feel a little I don't mean to say that disparagingly, right? Just that there are certain... We're going to start seeing some terms that are going to get changed later. Okay. There are things where I know that, like, oh, they spelled it this way first, and then now that we have proper context, oh, it should probably be spelled this way instead. And, of course, like, that stuff gets fixed for the volumes. But or even sort of later weekly chapters. But we're kind of seeing the first pass here in some of these. And of course, that also means the color spreads. We got our first full color spread. That's something we don't have to worry about anymore.
Yeah, it's always in color now, which is weird.
Yeah, and this first one's for the Chinese zodiac.
A character representing each of the zodiacs, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what does Big Mom represent.
That is a good question.
I'm trying to think of all of them, and I don't.
Oh, they all have the kanji on them, but I can't read Big Mom's. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I'm like, what is the? I know dragon and all these other, obviously monkey, rabbit. There's all of those there. I need to remember Fruits Basket. It's been too long since I've read it.
Chinese zodiac: rabbit, horse.
So yeah,
ox, dragon, goat.
Who would be rat? Would she be rat?
Maybe.
Because ox would be the guy in the back. The guy. Tiger is. Who's Tiger?
Oh, Fujitora.
Fujitora. Okay, Fujitora.
Yeah.
Rabbit, of course. Carrot, dragon, Momonosuke. Snake, Hancock. Horse, Cavendish's horse.
Yes.
Goat would be Khalifa, yes. Monkey, Luffy.
Which is a stretch, but okay.
Rooster, a bit of a stretch, but that's how we get in what's his name from Whitebeard's crew?
Marco?
Marco,
yeah.
Marco. Dog, we know that. And then pig.
Yeah.
So pig and rat. Pig would be, I don't see the rat, but I have to assume Big Mom is pig.
Rude.
I it's my only guess because we also have our princess there. She might be rat.
I think so because she's small and has the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's how that gets. Like the others all made sense, but like rat and
disrespect.
Pig. I know, right? Oh God! But
don't. Hey now.
Yeah.
Put some respect on her name.
Oh yeah, I never even said this, but it is chapter 890. Big Mom on the ship, but yeah.
Yeah. One day, Big Mom's on the ship.
Yeah, it fits. And all the kids are just like, "Why is Mama so slim? She must be so hungry." It's like, how many years has it been since I've seen Mama so nimble? And you could just hear her stomach rumbling, going, I'm so hungry, but nothing else will satisfy me. Where is it? Where's my wedding cake? And that's the crazy thing to me is that she is so much more cognizant now.
Yes. That she grabs like part of the sunny and just rips it up in half.
Yeah.
Which is like, oh, like this is the most damage that the Sunny has maybe taken ever.
Yeah, it is rough. And she's like, it's not here. It's not here. And Jinbei's like, there is no cake on the ship. It's like, nah, that can't be true. My son said it would be here. And if it's not, then I'll have to take the life of my eldest son with my own hands. It's like, oh no.
Parasparrow's like, oh no.
How conscious is she right now? I thought I could fool her. And he's like, I don't appreciate you calling my son a liar. And here comes Napoleon, and we get cognac, because him on like Napoleon on fire, like he's looking insane. It's like, oh God,
yes, this is great.
And then something happens that I feel like I should have known it was feasible, but never saw it, so I never thought about it.
Yeah.
Jinbei has hockey. Of course he has hockey.
Of course he has hockey. Yeah. And Nami's like, run. You can't handle Jinbei. Jinbei's like, I got this. He just puts his hands up, right? And he actually blocks Big Mom's mama mash with his hockey. And he holds her off for a little bit, but eventually, gets knocked away into the water. But like the fact that he actually kind of blocked her for a bit is really hype, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Nice showcase of Jinbei.
Yeah.
Really is, and kind of does show how between the military might of the Marines and the warlords that they it does provide an evening of power. If Jinbei can do that much with her, you can see how others could maybe step in and sort of handle it.
Certainly, it's not going to go that easy, but like at least
it's going to be rough on both sides, no doubt about it. Especially if you're fighting all four emperors at the same time.
He can survive an attack from Big Mom.
Yeah. And she's just like, where is it? I'm practically dying of hunger.
And she's just smack. Like, it is crazy just seeing how much that she's just ripping apart the poor Sunny.
And Oda never gives us a good look at just how much of the Sunny is like remaining. It's just like, it's definitely in bad shape, but I don't know the exact state of it. And she's just like, hey, if you want me to stop you, then you better fess up. And Big Mom's hair is now setting fire to the sail. Just like, where is it? Where it could be hiding? And Chopper barely gets the guard point up so it can stop her attack. And he's like, ooh, you're even stranger than I thought.
No, she is starting to feel more conscious. She's like kind of more like herself now.
And she is so much more dangerous in this form. Like, oh my God, we thought her being a wild card was nuts. No, she's just unleashing this strength with her cognizant and fast. It's like, oh no. Fortunately, we have Jinbei to help, who sends out his shoulder throw for the ocean current, douses the fire off from the ship, definitely does some major damage to Prometheus, and got her drenched. And he's just like, be gone, Big Mom. Fishman karate secret art, vagabond drill straight into her stomach, launching her off the ship, actually getting her away, which again is super impressive.
Jinbei, man. He is the guy. Oh my God.
Oof. Of course, she's caught by Zeus, so she's okay. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, we drove her off. We had to stop the damage or Luffy and the rest would have words with us. So don't slow down. If Parasparrow catches up to us, it is truly the end. And she's going to recover quick, so we got to go. And, House Carrot, she's fine. Okay, good. And that's when Big Mom's riding on top of Zeus, like, I've just come up with the most wonderful idea. I'll slice it open. And then I'm certain to find the cake. And she's just going to cut it straight across the middle.
Yep, of course, just got to cut through the layers, and inside will be that delicious cake.
And that's when Nami says, okay, we're in a better position now. Zeusy! Remember how much you love these?
Yeah. Well, first he's like, ooh, but then he's like, I'm not falling for that again. And, tries to zap Nami. You see what you think is Nami's, the skeleton from, being... zapped, and then I love the smash cut to the next panel. Oh, that was me. It's Brooke.
It's so good. It's such a good fake out. It's like, oh God, Nami. It's like, without any flesh to see, or lightning does nothing to me. And then Big Mom says, like, oh, you want to fight with me, Soul King? Don't you remember how your sword failed to put a scratch in me? Oh, of course I do. So might I suggest that you give me a glimpse of your undergarments instead, which shocks her and everybody, which is just enough time to use his 3-pace hum soul notch slash and cuts Zeus in half. I think
that might actually, that is maybe the best use of the undergarments gag.
Yes, completely catches her off guard. And that's when Brooke reveals, like, nah, from the very start, our target has been you, Zeus. And here comes the electric charge black balls from Nami. Now release your charge and be at peace. He's like, how could you? And just unleashes the lightning, electrifies Big Mom in the air.
I really do feel like Nami is kind of the best matchup here.
She really is.
She's gotten 2 really big attacks on Big Mom, and it's just kind of insane how much she's been holding it down.
Whew, they did it. That was amazing. We minimized the damage best we could, but the ship still took a beating. Whew. And hey, Zeus is still alive, but he's really tiny. It's like, don't think he's going to trouble us anymore. And I love this moment. It's like, oh, Zeus, you seem to have been under a misconception. I wasn't asking to be friends with you. Let me state the question once more. Will you be my servant or will you die?
That's so good.
That's amazing. And it's like, oh, that's a good power up. I was like, if she could somehow get a hold of Zeus, that'd be such a great power up for Nami.
Yeah,
and she
yeah,
has
and
it now.
I just love how he's just so tiny and cute now.
But Big Mom is still able to glide in the air because she is friggin' riding on Prometheus.
Yes. Oh man, no, she will not go down.
No.
It feels like at every step she is just going to chase them till the ends of the earth.
She is charred, but I don't think she's damaged. I think it's just scuff marks.
Yeah.
So
either way though, like it is really kind of like 890 where just having like all of the Straw Hats having to fight together to fight Big Mom, I think is maybe one of my favorite sequences in this whole arc, because it's just seeing what the rest of the kind of, you know, maybe the less strong Straw Hats, you know, physically, what they do against the most powerful enemy. So without Luffy or Sanji here to help, it really is just like,
it's an impressive showcase because you still have the power of Jinbei, but then you get the trickiness of the rest working in tandem.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's that how well they work together is so great.
Yep.
That being said, even though we're out of the chapters, thankfully we have the One Piece wiki for the SPSs. So we have an SPS for chapter 890. And the first one is about, did Streusen fall on his right eye? That's strange, isn't it? It's like, oh no, it's not his right eye. It's the side of his forehead. It's just puffed up that much because of the bump he took it. And then there's a question about Nami called Caesar scum, garbage, told him that it would be better if he died. Did she get influenced by Robin's toxic tongue? It's like, oh, remember. You have to remember what happened in Punk Hazard. Caesar fed the children stimulants, called us subordinates, guinea pigs, dedicates his whole life to creating weapons of genocide. He's a truly man who would be better off if he was dead. So even though Nami's only kind to those in need, women and children, I truly think she hates Caesar from the bottom of her heart, which,
as she should.
She should. Yes, Caesar's a scumbag.
I'm glad that is an aspect that, like, as we've gone on and as, like Caesar, he is such at this point, he's such a goofy character. It's nice to have Nami there to remind us, like, no, like this man is evil.
Oh yeah, truly evil. And then there's a question.
No redemption arc for you.
Then a question about we know that Katakuri loves his sweets, but what's his least favorite food? Is it spicy? He's like, oh, his least favorite food is hot ramen. When dining with others, being seen while eating is his mortal weakness, which is why he hates ramen. Spicy food is fine though.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. And how does Katakuri sleep? Well, because of his mystical strength of his back never touching the ground, he sleeps on walls. So basically he leans on walls, relaxes down and stands still and falls asleep while sitting.
That's so cool.
So yeah, there's our SBS for that. And there's our set. And probably would have been an even shorter set if not for the fact of I really wanted to go into Pound's sacrifice.
Yeah, definitely.
This is amazing, so exciting.
It really is.
I love it.
The set is so blood pumping, and I'm excited. Not to get too ahead of things, but we really didn't see all that much of Luffy this week.
No, but
so
I didn't miss it because it was just like, oh god, it just gets you so involved.
Yeah, this finale, this final stretch, I really does think it does a really good job. Of just really kind of ratcheting up the tension. Yeah.
Oh God, it's. I love it. I love it.
Yep.
So yeah, can't wait to see how this all wraps up. Because it's not next time, but very, very soon. That we're getting
almost
to the end.
Done.
So. With that, I believe we've said all we've wanted to say about chapters 886 to 890 of One Piece. Thank you so much for listening, and you can find more of my ramblings and stream VODs over at BitNerd Games on YouTube, or simply BitNerd on BlueSky. And Brandon, where can everyone find you at?
I am Brandon Bovia on Twitter and BlueSky, talking about anime, manga, games in my job, and that's just it. If you know what's coming, I'm gonna be next week's gonna be good. Next week's gonna be.
I have no idea what's coming. It could be any amount of things. I have no idea.
Look, there's only but so much time left. Like I'm I'm so excited.
I have not fully predicted. I've gotten broad strokes, but actually predicting anything, I got nothing. Right?
It's taken so many twists and turns.
Oh God, I think the thing that makes it the most exciting is this. Again, they can't win. They can't win the fight. They could only with hold it off, and that just makes it so much more interesting than, hey, we're going to defeat Big Mom. At least at this point.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And that, again, that it just makes escaping in and of itself, and I think an escape sequence kind of naturally, right, is like, it is really good for just kind of getting away by the skin of your teeth.
For sure.
And so, the escalation, as I keep saying, it's really fun.
Absolutely. So, if you'd like to help us out more, you can support the podcast over at patreon.com/Derrick Bittner. That's DerrickBitner to listen to the next episode ad-free 3 days early, as well as patron-exclusive bonus episodes and, as mentioned before, the Q&A. I believe that was episode 24 of the Q&A, if you're curious about Brandon and I's top 10 characters. Thanks to that question.
Yeah. And it was very off the cuff.
It was very off the cuff. There's a lot of characters, but if you get to ask questions bi-weekly, so you just get a lot in there. Always a lot of fun ones about various topics. So if you want to check that out, head over onto the Patreon. So with that said, make sure to return next time as we discuss chapters 891 to 895 of One Piece. So until then, my friends, bye.
Remember to take life one piece at a time.
I'm sorry that I couldn't be there for you when you needed me the most. And I know it's late, but now I can finally tell you. I'm so proud of you! Congrats on